In this video, we're going to use completing the square in order to work out an integral. And remember, we've already seen this thing here. And also remember that if you differentiate this, you would get sec times tan. Okay, so differentiate this, you will get this. So we are going to make use of this later on. And also, we've already seen this. We've already seen this here. So we are trying to integrate this. We are trying to integrate this. But so what we've got at the moment is we've got x squared. That's this x squared here. And then plus something here. But the thing is, we cannot use this thing here because if you look at this, in order to use this, it has to be x squared, which is good here. We've got x squared here. But this thing has to be a constant. We've got a 4x here. We've got an x involved in here. So we cannot use this. We cannot use any of these because we've got this. Well, if you look at this here, you can have x squared minus, but then you need a constant here. We cannot have we haven't got a constant. This here involves an x, and then if you look at this here, you need a constant here. But basically, we cannot use any of these three because we've got something involving an x. We need a constant, but we've got something in terms of an x here. The way we get around this is by using completing the square. So we've done this in high school, and we've done lots of videos on this already. So track it down. Completing the square would be you trying to rewrite this in a form of x plus something squared, and then minus or plus another thing here. Okay, so you're completing the square would be you rewriting this in something of this form here. So the way we would do that is to zoom into these two here. Well, when you try and rewrite this in this form here, for some reason it's always half of this, and that would be a 2. So to complete the square on this, it would be x plus 2. You would make this to be your initial guess, but the thing is, when you square this, you would get this x plus 2 times x plus 2. You would get x squared plus 4x, and then this last term here, which would be plus 4. But the thing is, you're trying to create these two terms. You're trying to create these two terms. You don't want this rubbish, so immediately take away this rubbish. So now this whole thing here will be exactly the same as this. Well, completing the square on this here would give you this. Okay, and if you don't understand that completing the square, track down one of the early videos. So from here, from here, completing the square, that will then take us to here. You see, the good thing here is that we've got something squared and then minus a constant. Now, if you look back to here, earlier we had something similar to this, but then we used completing the square, and then we got to this stage here. So now we should be making use of this, because we've got something squared, take away a constant. Because look, we've got something squared, take away a constant, and here we couldn't, because here we couldn't do the same because this is not a constant. Now we've turned it into something squared minusing a constant. So this thing here, we've got, well, we should make use of this. I will continue in the next video. Okay.